Good morning, good morning. Welcome to 4x8 Paper Stuff. This is Beth. Welcome to My Time to Journal, an untrained person playing with lots of art supplies and having fun. Join me. Good morning, good morning. Let's jump right in here. Oh, Marguerite Miller collage. Ay, ay, ay. Amazing collage artist in California. Used to think she was in Europe, but she's in California. She is the one that came up with the, what was it? It's a book that she, and I have one, but I don't know where it is. Should be in with the stack of journals, but alas, it's not visible easily, readily. Oh, wait a minute. Nope, that's not it. She did a calendar, a weekly calendar that was a weekly collage, and the calendar was on this side, and she gave you prompts, or vice versa. She gave you prompts, I think it was like 5 prompts and a bonus to add over here for the collage, like balloon, green, landscape, ticket, things like that. It was fabulous, and it's a great jumping off place and a great starting point for a lot of things. So that's what she gave me. That was fabulous. All right, let's see if we can find another one. We're going to do 2 again, and I'm on a natural high. Oh, here we go. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, Diane Reevely from Ranger. I put this in here because I was stupid. How in the world am I going to be able to be as great as her? I don't know, but I'm going to try. All right, I need a bookmark for these. I had a bookmark here yesterday. All right, let's just put in a manila envelope. So, Diane Reevely, the queen of a lot of things. She sews, she quilts, she arts, she drinks tea, she's hysterical, and she's very colorful. Love her. I don't know how I'm going to do these, but we're going to do them and have fun. So, here we go. All right, before we get going, I'm editing my video, but I found my collage weekly planner from Marguerite Miller, and it is not done. This is for 2021. I did not get one for 2022, but I might get one for 2023 because I really do enjoy this process, obviously. And here is the calendar section. Here is the collage section, and she has a background paper on here. I'll show you a blank one. This is what's on the back. They're all different. You could even use those as things too. It's amazing. But then she has her prompts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a bonus. And then a little section for notes if you want it. And you just go ahead and add the collage on here. And with her background and your collage, the possibilities are endless. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All different neat prompts. On this one, it says something that represents time, something woody or a wood grain, an art scrap, something red, song lyrics or a song title. The bonus is a photograph. Something that represents time. Where did I get that? Oh, this thing that says Cardinal Serenade glass wall clock. Something woody or wood grain. I have this picture here from a kid's book. An art scrap. It might be this. Hid behind me with science. Something red right here. Lyrics. Or a song title. I think I just went with this also. Cardinal Serenade as lyrics or song title. Because to me, a serenade is songs. Bonus, a photograph. Ephemera. So it's really, 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 really cool. And I plan on getting one next year, hopefully. Art washes away from the soul the dust of everyday life. Pablo Picasso. That is amazing. So that's Collage Weekly Planner from Marguerite Miller. And I love the process that she starts in your head with these collages and jumping off places. Love it. All right, so I picked this book out of my stash and I'm going through it and just looking for odd objects. And then I decided to make my own prompt list, which was fish, buildings, clouds, circle, the letter L, I think. Yeah. And orange, the color orange. So I went through and I got all of these elements out of this one little book. I highly recommend for collaging getting student textbooks or student old-fashioned encyclopedias or student dictionaries. They have the best pictures, in my opinion. Coffee table books do too. Thrift stores. Hit a thrift store. So I started to just make my own calendar on this side, and I added fictional events that may have happened this past week. I ripped off a little bit of the background that I didn't need for that heart on the other page, and I put like just silly things, but everyday life things, and that is my calendar. And I just want that to be kind of in the background, because to me the most fun about this book was the collaging. And it's on a textbook page that I had already put on here. But I ended up covering most of it up, I think. And so you don't see my background, which is fine. I didn't really want it to show anyhow. And when I made this book, I didn't know what I was going to do with it. And I didn't know who was going to be where. And I still don't know who's where on this book. I just picked random pages for most everybody, but about 2 or 3. And it's a challenge to me, for myself, a challenge. But loving it all very much, except for these stupid hearts. Why did I ever start it like that? And I put on here Marguerite Miller Collage Queen or something like that. There's a lot of queens in my kingdom here. So, and there's a couple kings. So yeah, love it, love it, love it, love it. And then, all right, so now we're on to Diane Reevely. Speaking of queens, I don't know how I'm going to do this, and I really messed it up to begin with, but I salvage it. Probably a good enough. I was trying to make stripes in that paper, but I swiveled my card or my spatula or my paint tool and came up with mud. But I get some bright green in there after it dries a little bit. This is a a little tiny note memo pad that had designs, 2 different ones that had designs on the borders. So I'm using that as my border. Diane Reevely uses a lot of borders. She has border rulers. I have some of those. I don't know where they are. I don't have a designated Diane drawer. I know, shocking. I have a Dina drawer. I had a Ranger drawer, but somehow other stuff got thrown into it. So I got to reorganize my Ranger / Diane drawer. But I love her die cuts that she does with the people and the crazy poses and the crazy clothes and the crazy proportions. Not good at that at all on my own. I kind of want to make my own. I've gotten to the stage after using a lot of people's products that I want to make my own. Are they going to be, sellable? No, but they're good enough for me to go in my journal and of whatever kind of journal I'm making at the time. My table is so squeaky, sorry. And, that's another challenge. And I've heard her say in the beginning of the pandemic, she had a lot of classes online, free, and I watched them. There was something almost every day in the very beginning of the pandemic. And one of the things she said was she puts magazine images together, purposely not proportioned correctly, and then she kind of goes from there. That's her jumping off point for her characters, which I've kind of had that in the back of my head from then on. And I would like to make my own, but who knows? Who knows? I have lists on my phone of everything I want to do. I won't live long enough to do them all. Which is, I guess, a good thing. Not that I won't live long enough, but that I have so many ideas in my head. Because my inspiration comes from everywhere. And I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I even get inspiration off the news. Not the totally tragic news, but sometimes a newscaster will say something, I'm like, oh, that's a great idea for a journal. Just the combination of words sometimes spurs my creativity, and I can come up with a title. So yeah, I have tons of ideas for journals. So yeah, here's where I get to put back in the fluorescent yellow a little bit, neon yellow, and just give it enough of a background here to create texture, I guess. So before I get too far, I'm going to put my heart down. This might be one of the few that the heart works to my advantage. Most of them, they have not worked to my advantage. But then I have these die cuts, and I have hoarded them. I have not even opened them, I don't think. But I picked out 3 because there's 2 of each one of them. And just some quirky characters. And I color them in with markers and use those in my journal. So this is definitely a Diane page, and I actually used her products all the way through. Most all the way through. But admittedly, this was boring. Fun, but boring. I want to make my own bulldog with a jacket and checkered pants and shoes on. That's just where my head is. Is it wrong what I'm doing, and is it wrong what she does? Absolutely not. Is it wrong what her followers do that do a lot of these? Absolutely not. It's just not my cup of tea. No pun intended, Diane, in case you're watching. She also loves tea, or she says she does. Don't ask me how I know that. I might stalk her. Although I'm not on Facebook, and she does a lot on Facebook. Just not a fan of Facebook whatsoever. But anyhow, so this was fun, but I'd much rather have created my own. But I'm fanning Diane right now, so this will work. But anyhow, tangent there. So these were fun to do, and I'm trying to think how I can close off this page or end this page properly. So I came up with a little tiny post-it that says it's tea time somewhere. Instead of 5 o'clock somewhere, it's tea time somewhere. Since she travels all over the world, hopefully she gets to do a lot more of that. And apparently she's on TikTok. I don't know. I think she went viral on TikTok a couple days, but I'm not on TikTok either. I'm basically YouTube. Ooh, goes a low plane. So, yeah. Starting my day with this many colors and having this much fun shouldn't be legal, but it is. Yahoo! Anyhow. Great therapy. Love it, love it, love it. Sometimes I wish I could dress like these people. She does. She's much braver than I would be in a clothing category, for sure. And it's always cold here in the mornings when I make these videos, so I usually have a jacket on. I need to get prettier jackets, don't I? Instead of just sweatshirts. Or, yeah, mostly sweatshirts. You see me in because I'm usually freezing when I'm making these videos. I love her. Love her. Want those shoes. I had those shoes one time. All right. So we're going to... And then I found a camera in that same drawer. So it's like, okay, let's just put the camera in there too. I think that might be an Amy Tangerine camera, actually. But don't tell... I'm sure Amy wouldn't mind me using it with Diane. So here's a little piece of paper I wrote on. And wrote, tea time somewhere. Or it's tea time somewhere. And that's the end of today's video. Did I already say Arabella? Really? Victor? Oh my goodness. Now I'm nervous. Okay. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.